Okay, so Keiko is now going to show you how to wrap your water bottle in a furoshiki cloth. So sometimes, diba, when you're walking around and then you're carrying a water bottle, you can just hang this on your bag.
So this is a square cloth, and this one is actually easy to wrap because the cloth is not as slippery as the ones that you guys are getting. And this is also double-sided. So whichever side comes out, it also looks beautiful. So again, this is a square cloth that you would fold in triangle. And you wanna make another, you wanna put this triangle tip here.
If you would like to come closer, you can. So you can see the furoshiki demo.
Sometimes I also put my folding umbrella inside because in Japan when I walk a lot, I carry my folding umbrella. Sometimes I don't have enough space in my bag, so but today I'll be using a water bottle. I'm just put it in the middle, and then I will fold it. I guess it's like a little bit of a bigger version of maybe doing like origami folding. And I kind of want to make sure it's in the middle, and then I kind of knot. I want to make sure that it's gorgeous ball. And I will do the same knot. Knot here, which allows me to carry it. And then I will just make another hole here. If you want it, for example, you have a small bag. For example, I have a bag like this. When I water bottle, what I will do is, for example, I have a bag. And then when I want to bring my water, which is not my favorite type, another way to do this is, you can also just tie it here. So it's not like I have to hand carry it, but it also kind of looks cute. That's one way to do it. Or like this, tie it here. Or if you don't want to tie it, you can also just tie it here. And I also find it like cute too. Okay, this is tight here so that it doesn't unwind. And that the bows are pretty. And you can also just carry it like this. What I love about this is that you don't actually have to unwrap it to get your water bottle. You can just open it up, and you can just get it out like this, or you can just put it back in. I do that like with my umbrellas or my water, or whatever little gadgets that you want to put inside. People don't make it. Like this.
So very practical, no? You can just put the square piece of furoshiki, fold it neatly in your bags, and then when you need to bring something, you just take it out and use it.
This one is another favorite one. For example, because in Japan we have quite a lot of earthquakes. Another thing that this is quite a big furoshiki. And this actually works wonderfully during when you need to do an evacuation. So you actually we would put like our emergency food, some of our clothing. So again, this is a quite a large furoshiki, but it's one of my favorites as well. With the design. And again, I will make this one. I will do a triangle from here to here. And make a knot. I wouldn't tie it. Just go like this. Okay, my right side, I will tie it. My right. I will push it to make a knot. And then the left side, like a bit over here, I will also tie it. And what's nice about this is, for example, I need to bring some clothing or some water. Here, maybe my box here. For example, if I have a box, I need to bring this out with me. And how it works is, you can put your water. Tap. And then everybody, when we were kids, head protection inside there, and then you can actually go out. But you go with and we use this as a backpack for emergency. So you can make it as well. Again, really, as I mentioned, you just have a square cloth. I always have one in my bag. This one is also really practical. You don't have an eco bag, because in Japan, for every eco bag that you, every plastic that you want to get at the supermarket, they will charge you. So this one, I would start this one like this, and I would put whatever, like for example, I want some water. Okay, then get a triangle here. This one I can just tie a knot here, maybe here, tie, and then my other triangle, I can tie a knot here, and I will push this in, and this can be, and also, so the water goes inside, groceries I buy, I see there, and then I can just so, with one piece of square cloth, there's a lot of things that you can do. So if you guys want to also give it a try with your material, you can go around and do some things together, or we can try it and do a demo together with you guys here. Does everybody have their Furoshiki with them? The ones that you guys are working with are a little bit stiffly, so it's not as easy as the ones that I'm working with now, but since it's your
So let's try back. Let's try to use our
we could start with a simple one, and we can also move on to wrapping the boxes. Yeah. So you can remove like
We'll do a step by step so that you can follow. For everybody, can you take out your furoshiki cloth? And then you need a space, a table space.
So you have your square. What you want to make sure is that you have your 2 points here and then one of 2 points here together to make it into a triangle. So for those of you that have origami, kind of like making a triangle. Everybody should have a triangle.
Triangle.
Can we put this one this way because we want to make sure our equal bag is
Oh,
inside out.
inside out, inside out.
Apologies, we can make them the other way so that the blue color is inside and then the white is on the outside. So when you take a look, they should have a triangle. Does everybody have a triangle?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, once you have a triangle, just get one side. So a little bit like this, and then can we make one long? It shouldn't be too small here because this is what's going to be making the bag. So it should not be way up here. It should be maybe a little bit here in the middle. I have about this much here.
Around 3 inches or 4 inches.
Okay. So it should look like this.
Masyadong malaki. Kulang.
Yes, yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct.
Correct. Okay. Once you've got that, go to the other side, and we will do the same on the other side. Okay, and it should look like this. We have something that looks like this with this opening here. Okay, so once you have this, what we want to do is we're going to open it up, put these 2 knots inside.
Oh.
And then it becomes, it should look like this. And then you should have a little pouch here where you can put like water.
Ha?
For example, I put
No.
my water inside. You should have a little pouch like this. And once you have a pouch, all you need to do is take another bowl here. on. You don't want to. I like the concept that it's really eco-friendly, that you don't have to buy back or people just throw them out once you bring it to their homes. Okay, so this one I think might be the same size as that you guys have. This is also one of my favorites because it has a little bit of a stretch. This one was given to me by my grandmother. One, I open it, and it's a square. I would put a bottle. For example, just imagine this is a wine bottle. You just put it in the middle there. And again, put it in the two corners. Here. And I would make a tie here. Okay, and then there are many ways to do this, but like this. And this one just fell. The material is a little slippery, but we're going to make our hand. You can make a bow in the front. This is again what I mentioned in my PowerPoint. This is like a ribbon. So you also want to make sure when you make the ribbon, the bow is pointing the right way. Which I can show you when we do the box wrap. So again, you want to make sure that the bow is also presented. And then this one, I would untie this. And what you can do is, as an option, you twist it a little bit here. Twist it a little bit here, and then you tie at the top here, and then this one can be where you will pull and bring it like this, and then you can just bring it like this. So you're not having to buy the paper, and you can just continue to recycle.
Iko, there's a question.
So again, you want to have in the diamond shape, and you want to have your box in the middle. And I think I give it a try. With this material, we're gonna do the four bows instead of holding, because for beginners it could be a little bit stiff. So let's get our triangles here. First if you want, and we will just we'll have this make the bow first. So we are able to do a bow. When you do a bow, I always find it easy to put your hand in the middle here. Then you can put this one here. Then you can put this one here. Or you can do it this way. You can put this one on top of this, and then this one can also just go like this. The way that you want to achieve this is that it's a slippery material, so the purpose of that is to make sure that your bow is going sideways. So it's like a ribbon. So I have my one bow here. And then you want to just make sure this is in so I would also tuck it up here. This is what I would achieve on that one side. And then my second side, I also want to make sure that I'm getting this, that my corners are pretty neat. Like you can see here, you want to just kind of make sure you're putting in the corners, the folds right inside this. Similarly to the other side, I also want to make sure four rows, which will make it look like a flower. And then it's easy for you to also bring it home, like this or like this. So you guys want to give it a try?
Ready?